Welcome everybody.
Y'all ready for this?
The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Talia.
And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Hustle Podcast. And today we got M City Solo in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it going, my man?
Yeah, it's going great.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me. Super appreciate it. You already know.
Marcus, my man, hit me up. He's like, yo, we got to get M City on the show.
That's it. It's my cousin. Long life. You already know.
I heard he was your brother, so good thing I didn't say, oh, your brother, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's my cousin. It's my dad is his mom's brother. There you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's where the link comes from.
There you go.
So, Solo, you've been doing this shit for roughly 20 years, bro.
Yeah.
Roughly 20 years. You know, I remember you back in the day, bro, like seeing your music, seeing the videos and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But scrolling through the Instagram the other day,
Okay.
I gotta what's it called? Sneak through it, you know what I mean? Get some stuff to talk about.
For sure.
And I saw, I think it was your first post or something. You're like, yo, I've been doing this 10 plus years, and that was in 2015. So we're almost at 20 now.
Yeah. Easily. Yeah. We're at least, for sure, I always tell everybody minimum 15, but like, yeah, I think we're close to 20, like easily. Yeah.
And how did you first get into it though? Like,
well, music and just entertaining has always been a vibe in my family. We used to have like a little family group. We'd dance, we would perform. My uncles owned clubs, so we would perform at the clubs. We would like just do that. And then when our little family crew broke up, I was like, no, but this entertainment thing, I like it though. It was a good vibe for me because I was always I'm still like a quiet person, but when it comes time to entertain or to perform, I'm like, nah, there's a battery in my back. I like this vibe. So from there, I just started taking it on. And then, like, funny, you were speaking to Feezy, like I started battling when I decided to get into rap. I was like, okay, you have to follow certain steps. I was like, you have to be a battle rapper. First, I was a DJ. And then I started battle rapping, and from there I was like, you know what? The one thing with battle rap that I wasn't enjoying is like your whole career is really based on that battle. So like I won like 10 in a row, let's say, or whatever, and I caught a L, and it's like, bro, you're trash. It's like, especially them times, it's like all of a sudden it's like, yo, your whole career is based on that. And then like from there, I just started really writing records, and I did my first mixtape. And from there, yeah, like hip hop, like just writing, doing albums, and making songs was more of my speed than battling.
so was the battling DMS days? Like,
No,
what were you battling, bro? Like,
super before that. It was what was my first battle was what was it called? It was in the South Shore, battleme.com something. It was like, yeah, it was me on the ticket. It was me, Millie, and some other artists, and like, yeah, that was my first battle. This is like, yeah, this is at the time when Feezy was still rapping. He was in, no DMS.
no DMS. You just mentioned Millie, Dog Millie Mills, right?
Yes.
Formerly known as Millie Mills. Now we got
February Cold, facts.
That video, that song video, Dreamers.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that shit was lit.
Thank you.
I remember when, I don't know if it was the first track that February Cold popped off with, like, because it's been a while, like, he didn't pop out with anything.
Exactly, yeah.
And then he came with the name change, and bro, you guys fit perfectly together on that song. And the visuals, Fatty Soprano, killed it, bro.
Yeah. That was it was a good collab of everything. For one, like me and Feb like we've been rocking for forever. Like before, like I said, the first battle, like I've known him for a long time. And I always wanted to do a record with him. I always tell him like when we get the right one though, because we don't force no energy. So once I got that beat from that producer, I was like, all right, bet this is it. Sent it to him. He was like, he knocked it out one time, and then Fatty was we were just trying to work with like a lot of new. It was me, him, our first collab. I was like, let me see what Fatty's about, and it just like it really all came together real nice because it was like the city is filled with dreamers. So it's like it just hit that point where it's like, yeah, we all need an anthem right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Fatty's done more than one video for you.
Yeah, he did 2. He did
There's one that was like a chick
exactly,
song, right?
Still Think About You.
Yeah. The visual is always dope.
Yeah. Fatty's my guy.
The song was great too, bro. The song was great.
Thank you.
So just seeing that I think he brought back like that 90s feel for me. You know what I mean? You see that girl walking down the street.
Yeah. And I like that you said that, because that's the energy that I tried like intentionally to capture. I like to bring back that feel. Like as an older artist in the city, as a vet in the city, I'm just like, you know what? There's a lot of young cats already doing their thing, but a lot of us that are in a certain space, we miss certain things. There's vibes that we kind of
we want to get nostalgic.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we don't want to always have to listen to Big E to catch that vibe. We want to listen to something new that gives us that feel too, or see a video that brings us. So I was like, you know what? Like, I intentionally try to put out music for like our age group. That's just like, yeah, we're still out here. We still make music. We still like music, but we don't necessarily do the TikTok dances, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to make videos with storylines and just that follow that old school formula.
You just mentioned TikTok dances.
I'm not bad though.
Like right now, an artist your age, like you're not the young ones right now, posting TikTok dances.
No.
How do you think the game has changed with all that, bro?
Yo,
you feel like you have to be more on your toes, more social media savvy? Or?
You do. Honestly, you do. And like, as for myself, like I'm an introvert, right? And this new world is like, damn, because before it's like, you'll just put out quality content, do your videos, and you're good to go. But now it's like, they have to see you all the time, and you have to perform all the time. And like, it's not just based on your talent, it's based on algorithms, and it's based on like your influence, if you know influencers, and it's just, there's a lot more to add to the package now. So I do feel like you have to really be on your toes. Like, you have to follow certain schedules of posting, because if you don't, you're going to get lost in the algorithm. And it's like, back in the day, you just got to be nice. Like, that was it. But I'm not mad at where it's going either. I'm not mad at the TikTok vibe, because I find like it's giving the power more back to the people, as opposed to, you know, before you had to go through the gatekeepers. You had to go through the radio station. So now the kids are, I like the song. I don't care who made it. I don't care what year it was made. I don't care nothing about any of that. I like it. I'm going to dance to it. It goes viral. So like, I do like where the world is now, but definitely you have to be on your toes. You have to treat it like a business. You can't just post once in a while. You got to be on it like it's a business.
Yeah, it's 24/7 stuff, but like,
it's mad. Yeah.
If you miss out on a day, like they say, if you drop a track and then you go on a hiatus for X amount of time, they're going to forget about you.
100%.
You got to work twice as hard to get your
100%.
relevancy back and get them talking about you again. So that's definitely something that keeps you moving always, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If I'm not mistaken, bro, you took a little bit of a hiatus.
Exactly, yes. And just to your point, that's exactly it. It's like, before you could take those little breaks, but it's like, oh, like you completely fall off if you take a break now. But like, I had my son, he's 3 now, and when I had him, I was just like, I kind of just I unplugged for a little minute, and I just really focused on raising him and just being in that space. And like you said, it's just like, people are starting to forget. Like, people are like, oh wait, Solo, you still do music? Like, people are, you still? I was like, damn, yeah, of course I still do music. So I had to just like, now it's just like, okay, I got to be consistent. I dropped 2 projects this year. I just got to keep coming at them, because it's like, you can't take breaks.
You're doing the runs right now too. You went to DMS.
That's it.
Came over here. Shout out to Marcus for bringing you.
That's it. Long life.
You're doing it the right way, bro. You're getting back on the scene.
That's it. Shouts to Community Contact. Actually, I just got the front cover of that yesterday.
Okay.
It's on the newspapers.
See, like, he's everywhere right now, bro. It's only a matter of time.
That's it.
How hard was it, like, having a newborn baby and still trying to juggle music? Because I'm assuming, like, when you had your child at the beginning, you were still like making the music, and maybe you're like, dude, I think this is more important right now, and I got to fall back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Take care of my son, my daughter. I'm not
son.
Son.
Yeah. That's my guy. But yeah, the balance was real, because for one, like, his room was my studio. So like, when he was born,
you're crushing his dreams. You're crushing his dreams over here.
Yeah, I'm saying that it's just an adjustment to make, and it was adjustment even with the music itself, because it's like, he likes my music a lot, but he's like, certain songs I don't even want him singing, so I had to really like adjust the kind of music I was making, because I'm like, okay, I still want to be able to bring the vibe that I always bring, but it can't be as vulgar as it was, because he's like, I see what it's doing now, like directly to the youth. So it's like, he definitely changed me on that, and I took a pause, because it's like, it was obviously my first son, so it's like, okay, I gotta focus. When I'm in music mode, you can't really talk to me. Like I lock into the studio and I'm just there. I come out sometimes. I eat, go back into the studio type of thing. So it's like I just had to really readjust my vibes. But now he's my biggest fan, so it's like it just helps me to get right back into
That's
it.
the
So
encouragement you need.
100%. Like he knows my songs word for word, and he's only 3.
How did it feel though when you had to pack up that studio space?
Oh, burn. The burn. It was just like every day I go in this room, like, you don't even know, bro. Like, because I used to.
Mike used to be right there.
Exactly. Yeah, Long Life pull up. I have producers pulling up. It was just always a vibe in there. We would like, you know what I'm saying? It's a smoky situation. And like, I put out a lot of big tunes just in my crib. Like that, my project before the last one, City to the World, I recorded in my crib. And like, that was filled with bangers, and I had a great time doing that. But yeah, it burnt, but it was just a lesson that like you have to adjust. I have to adjust. I have to make changes, and I have to, if I really care about this game, I have to figure out what the next step is and how to still do it, you know?
Okay. Well, you're still here, bro. You're still
that's it.
You're back to it, you know what I mean?
That's it.
One last thing about childhood, fatherhood, and
No
everything.
problem.
Was it unexpected or was it planned?
It was planned.
Okay.
It was planned.
At least that.
It was planned to an extent. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, all right, we going to do this. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. And yeah, like I knew he was coming. It wasn't like no big shocker. Like I was ready. Knew it was gonna be a boy too because I felt it.
Good. So you're mentally prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm saying exactly. So that's when I was taking out the room and I was setting up his room, I knew what was going down. But yeah, it's the greatest blessing to ever happen to me though. Like period, because it was the battery that just like when I was kind of taking a hiatus and I was actually contemplating quitting, I couldn't figure out a way to explain to him why I quit. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep going because if I can't even explain a good enough reason, like, oh, Dad, like these are your old songs. Like, why'd you stop? Oh, because you were born. Like, no, that's a terrible response, you know. So I was like, you know what, like, until the wheels fall off, I'm just keep making this music. Especially, and he was born during like COVID and all the madness, so it's like it gave me a lot of time to think. I was with him all the time. Nothing was open, so it's like, all right, we got to really bond a lot, and then it's like, okay, but I have to. The music keeps me sane, so I need to keep doing that. So yeah.
Well, that's great that you're mentally prepared right now, bro.
Oh, for sure.
You have the rock in your corner, I mean, family.
That's it.
So that's a great thing.
That's it.
We'll see what the future holds for you because I don't see this stopping. What's the new project that we just have out?
The one that just dropped is In My Feels, 4 tracks. I'm singing on it. It's a real, like, what it is I'm tapping into like the breakdown of a toxic relationship is what it is. But like I brought it in a softer feel, so it's not like, you know, just pure vulgar songs, but it's really a breakdown of the toxic relationships and how guys feel about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like just our input on it, and it's a softer feel. So I dropped that. That's recently, November 18th it dropped. It's on mcdsolo.com. And the one before that was a bars tape. It was 5 songs and just straight bars. Just no hooks, no nothing. Just bars. And so I just let people see that I got 2 sides and I could still do it.
I think I'm pretty sure I heard In My Feels the other day. I think the cover was 2 people sitting on a couch. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
You're basically sucking my energy or whatever it is.
Yeah. These are 2 brains fighting each other and 2 hearts trying to get to each other.
I think that cover, bro, like speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You see it and you know what the song's about right there.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and
definitely a great cover job.
That's really what the project is about. It's like when I say tapping into the modern relationship, the toxic relationship, I feel like that's what happens a lot of the times. Like there's so much pride and ego involved where your brains will be fighting because it's like, you know what, like you said this, I'm just gonna act this way, but meanwhile your heart, it's like, no, but I actually really have feelings for you, and like if you do leave, I'm gonna actually be really upset about that. But a lot of us guys especially will let the girl leave just because we'll let our ego win that battle, and then in the end of the day you're sad and you're mad or you're whatever.
Years later, sitting at a table all by yourself in the kitchen, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You're feeling it. So it's like, I just realized that like as an older guy, these are things that a lot of guys go through, and like I just wanted to make a project that they can tap into. So yeah, so it's a 4-track EP, In My Feels, out right now.
R&B vibe.
Yep.
It has a flavor, like that Afrobeat flavor in there. I'm pretty sure I heard some, bro, when I was listening to it. I hear the influence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Is that your first R&B project? Or?
Yeah, that's my first. Like, that's the first time I actually took the time, like the chance to sing on certain records. Originally, the idea was like I was just gonna, like, I like to do a lot of references, and then I send them to R&B singers, right? But I was just recording the references, and the engineer's like, bro, why don't you just keep these? Like, sing it yourself. And I was like, I'm not really a singer. I rap, da 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 da. And he's like, bro, like, sing it, put all your intention behind it, and we can see what we can do. And I said, all right, bro, like, let's do it. I sent the first record that I sent out to an R&B singer was Let Me Go. And then after that, every other record, I was like, you know what, I'll just keep it and I'll just do it myself.
Well, I heard it. Voice sounds phenomenal on it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
I didn't think you would come with that bag. You know what I mean? You came with the R&B bag, bro, and you killed it. Like,
that's it.
Keep putting out more of that stuff because that's what people want to hear right now. The chicks are the ones spending all the money. So
my family, and like now in this day and age, you have analytics, right? Like back in our times, I don't like to say back in our times, like I'm a dinosaur, but like
back in my day.
But before, before the internet really became a serious tool, we didn't have the analytics. But now I see that my fan base is predominantly women, females. So it's just like, you know what? I'll cater. Like, I could make a record or two that actually they would appreciate a little bit more. So yeah, I sang on this one. I pulled it out, and it's just like I'm trying to embrace change too, because I can't be the same solo from 20 years ago.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The evolution is present.
There you go.
See it.
I appreciate
the fact that you were able to pivot from like hip hop, dropping bars,
exactly.
The last one bar is five tracks.
Yeah, 5 tracks, straight bars.
So you're able to go from dropping sick bars to, bro, I'm gonna switch up and I'm gonna bring you that lovey-dovey stuff.
That's it.
Trust me, like that's every guy that you know that's really popping right now.
That's it.
Worldwide, Canada, Drake, Weekend. What kind of
Tory.
music is that?
Yep.
Bro.
And I honestly, like, for just to that point, like, I feel like that is a part of the Canadian formula. If you're in Canada and you have to show that you have both of those chops, because Americans, as much as you do street down here, like, it's real. Like, I'm not saying like I've been a part anyways, like, it's real. Street shit is real, but Americans, they don't rate it.
Definitely.
They're like, yeah, but you're not doing it like we do it out here.
Bro, you're not rapping about Draco.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know it. Like, so they want to see that we have both sides. Yeah, they'll let you talk your shit, but they want to see, like, when Tory was been dropping records forever, but when he did that Say It, that's when he got in the door. When Drake dropped that Cause She Let Me Know, that Best I Ever Had.
Yeah.
That's when he got in the door. So it's like, okay, that's kind of a formula that I see Canadian artists have that I'm not opposed to, because it's like, if you got it, do it. If you can, you know what I'm saying? Don't force it. But if you can do it, do it.
You made a good point though. Like, it's, bro, you can drop a track or a video on World Star and you can be talking all this gangster shit, Draco's, big bags of loot or whatever.
Yep.
And the comments, if you're Canadian, comments, 99%, the comments are, yo, this dude's Canadian, bro. You're not even American. Like,
You know what I mean? They don't even need more than that. They're like, but bro, you're from Canada. Like, we don't even care about anything you're
go
saying.
back in your igloo. And
Exactly.
Like,
They're like, nah, go ride your moose somewhere and like relax. Like, they don't, and I'm not dispute, like, we do real things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real things out here, but.
Like, I had my boy, he came from NY, bro. He came from NY to the city, and it's the first time he came to Montreal, and like, yo, I wasn't expecting this.
Right?
Like, what were you expecting? Everybody playing hockey and shit. Like,
it's like, hey, how you doing? What? Like, just playing hockey in the street.
My house is half an hour away from his house. No, dude,
it's like,
it's a city. It's a metropolis.
Exactly. You know, we get busy out here. It's like, it's real shit. But like, when it comes to the industry, they're just not. Well, they're taking it in now, but before, especially, it was like, nah, bro. Like, we're not accepting that you guys are about any action. So
I think, like, if we see the formula, we see what's working. You got Drake. Okay, he's at the point that he can talk his street
exactly.
Shit, you know what I mean? 'Cause he's got bucks, bro. He's got the private jet flying around the world.
he could do
got
it.
goons that are ready to do whatever he wants for them, you know?
Dead. Yep.
So when you're at that point, then you can get back to the street shit. But at the
100%.
beginning, bro, like, they were fucking with Forever, mine ever, like stuff like that.
100%.
When
Exactly.
you're hearing those type of, they're like, okay, let the Canadians have this.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're doing good with it. And if you really look at who's dominating right now, bro, how many artists are Canadian right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, really killing it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That was unheard of before. You didn't even think you would see that, bro.
Exactly. And like we really dominate, but everybody has to have a melody. Like you can't just, nobody's just hardcore rapping. Everybody has to have some sort of melody, but we are killing it though. Like, especially from back in those times, like again, back in the day, but from earlier on when Toronto was always doing this thing, shouts like Cardi and stuff like that. But now it's like, it's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
It's dope to see though.
Definitely. Was it you did an interview with Mutsumi
Takahashi? Yeah,
Mutsumi Takahashi.
Yep.
Mutsumi Takahashi.
Yep. That was
OG Mutsumi Takahashi. She's our what's it called? She's our Montreal's what's that NBC news anchor, bro? There's always an Asian news anchor, right? She's ours. She's
I know what you mean though. Yeah, but yeah, man, that was super amazing for me. So, because one, I used to freestyle about it all the time. I had this one freestyle I'd repeat to all of you. One day you'll see me on CTV with Musumita. Like it was my bar. Like I used to say it in battles and shit. Like so, when I actually did the interview, I was like, yo, like, this is like, and I realized the power of energy and like when you put out your intention. That's one thing with music too, that you don't just make records about things that you don't want to experience, because the amount of times you repeat a song, you're creating you're manifesting, and it's incredible. So yeah, that was super dope though. Like I was super nervous for that interview, but Mutsumi Takahashi was definitely something I could chuck off my list.
Yeah,
like
not a lot of people can say that he went on CTV. Got interviewed by the premier anchor over there, you know what I mean?
One-on-one, yep.
And she's not on CTV anymore, is she?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know because, yeah, she's been there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I don't watch the news anymore. Right? Everything online, But
exactly.
If you're still out there, Mutsumi Takahashi, we respect you.
1,000,000%.
M City still cherishes that moment. He thinks about it every time.
100%. Because yeah, that was big. Like, especially you think about your moms and the aunties and that's every older person in my life hit me up when that happened. It's like, yo, is that you on the news? It's like, yes. Like, it definitely made me a little more solidified in the city too. Than you. Like, I'm not here. I'm not playing around. I'm actually, And she was interviewing me because we were on like the 7th year of our tour. We had a school tour that we used to do, and we did it for 10 years straight. Toured over every school in the city, and I did over like 50,000 students. I performed in front of over 50,000 students at the end of it. So they recognized that and gave me an interview for it.
And I think it was the Music with Meaning tour, bro.
Exactly.
The Music with Meaning tour. You went high school to high school.
Yep.
Like really on the ground level.
Exactly.
It's like, what do politicians say? Kissing babies, shaking hands.
That's
there, bro.
That's exactly what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Long Life. Shouts to my brother Farrell Freeman. That was everybody's first time doing everything. So like Long Life, that was he was holding the camera. I was performing. My brother was setting up the shows, and like we started off doing classrooms. Whoever would accept us, like we have a little presentation we'd like to do. One class would let us in. It's like, all right, bet. Like the school's not down, but this teacher's down, so we'll just do this one class. Bet. And then another class is like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna come into this class just to see what you guys are doing. Then it's like 3 classes, and it's like, okay, you know what? You guys could do the cafeteria. All right, bet. We're doing the cafeteria now. Everybody's watching that. Now the whole caf is full with all the kids, and they're like, you know what? Assemblies now. So now we start doing assemblies, and then we're doing 3, 4, 5 shows a day in certain schools. And it was just like, it just started building. And then, we were doing like 1,000 students a day with for a full week, we would do 5 shows a day every day. And it was for a good 10 years, 8 to 10 years straight. Yeah.
So music with meaning. Definitely has to have some meaning to the music.
1,000,000, yeah.
What was the feedback from like the students? Were you getting messages or people coming up to you saying, dude, your music, like,
oh man, that was really the battery that I needed to keep going. Is like a lot of students, because especially when we started, I was the same age as a lot of the kids too. Like I just finished high school, so I was like, all right, let me get back in and explain to these guys, because I just caught a case too at the time. So I caught a case. I was on trial. Like some people don't know that part, but I was on trial during the tour. So I'm explaining to these kids like, yo, it's terrible out here. Like, don't do what I'm doing because like I did what you guys are trying, the path you're trying to follow. Like, this is where it can lead you to. So like a lot of kids were hitting me up. Like, I related to what you're saying. A lot of, people they bring to our school, they don't connect. There's just like, they're talking about something, but we could tell that they're not in the life. So when I was doing that, I was really getting a lot of messages from students. That's like, you know what, I'm about to look into it, do something else, change where I'm going, change the direction. And like, yeah, that was mega for me. It changed where I was doing my content. That tour really fixed not fixed, but it really changed how I was perceiving life and just everything. Cause before that, I was really on some gangster-ish and just all my music was that. And then doing the tour, it's like, I'm seeing the impact. And it's like, you know what? I got a better message I could put out for these guys, and it's like, yeah, the impact was crazy. I was getting a lot from parents, teachers. I have seen teachers cry while I'm performing, and I've principals come talk. Like, it was just like, oh shit, getting a lot of love, like, versus before where I'm trying to just get fear. I'm trying to make people scared of me and like explain to them how much I'll do things and that, like, but that energy that you're getting back isn't the energy you really want.
You get that back, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And like, sometimes, like I said, I caught a case. I had shows that got peppered sprayed. I had ops that did, like, I was going down that path, and it's like, nah, the school tour really changed my direction and saved what I was doing.
So the school tour basically changed your perspective on things.
Yep.
But you mentioned that you caught a case.
Yep.
Like, for the kids out there, we don't have to get into detail about it.
All right.
How do we steer the kids away from getting into a predicament like you? Was it something that was like just happened out of the blue? Was it like
it wasn't
a situation that just popped off and you're like, yo, I have to rectify it or whatever the hell?
It was like, it's two-sided, I guess. It's like, one, I had to deal with it, but like, I wouldn't have, like, and it's the same thing I used to explain to the tour. Like, I wouldn't have been involved in it if my energy and everyone knew what I really stood for. But at the time, I would always project like, yo, if you're in any situation, I'm the guy to hit up. Mm-hmm. So someone was in a situation and I got hit up and I pulled up and I I got caught up in foolishness. And what I tell everybody is, because like, that was me trying to fit in. That was me trying to make sure everyone else thought I was something without me checking in on myself. So it's really knowing yourself, knowing what you're into, and finding people that respect that. Don't try to fit into no crowd. Don't try to, because anybody that will call you out of your crib to risk your life, risk your freedom, you got to check that person, you know what I'm saying? Unless their life is in danger. But if they're calling you just to do some shit that like you could potentially catch a case from, or catch like, something even worse from, you don't need those people really around you. Like, you need people around you that want to see you win, that want to see you build, that want to see you grow, that see your potential and be like, nah, bro, if you do that, like, you're a knucklehead, you know what I'm saying? But like, at the time, I was just that guy trying to impress everybody. So it's like, now I just know myself. So it's like, that's what I push to everybody, is knowledge yourself, know yourself. I say all the time, a tree with strong roots laughs at storms. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know yourself, nothing could shake you. So that's really the message I push to kids. Like, know yourself, learn yourself, know what you like, and push it. You like anime, yo, rock with that shit.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? Rock with that. Don't try to fit in. Like, that's weak.
I think also, like, you just mentioned that, don't try to fit in with anybody. Do what makes you happy. Be you. Be you. Be truthful to yourself.
That's it. You'll find your tribe.
I think your fault was, bro, is that you're willing to do anything for your friends.
That's it.
So you're a stand-up guy. And when somebody calls you up and like, yo, there's a beef right now. Hold up, doggy.
That's
it. Hey, bro, I'm coming. You know what I mean?
That was it. Like, now I ask her two questions. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll be like, wait, hold on. Before I leave, what is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, there's even that situation I was in. Later, I found out like the person I'm coming to defend wasn't even.
He was in the wrong.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I've been shot at. And every situation I've been in wasn't for me. It was always trying to defend something. So it's like,
well, God has a plan for you.
That's it.
Those bullets didn't touch you.
That's it.
You're still here. You know what I mean?
That's it.
That case didn't. I don't know what happened with that case, but you're not in prison. You're here right now.
That's it. That's it.
Podcast.
That's it. Big facts.
You've made changes in your life, bro, and being a father as well has made you like sit back and realize that if something does pop off, bro, I lose my family, I lose my son, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lose my livelihood, I lose everything I've worked for over the years.
Yeah.
So you've become a more wise man that thinks a lot more than he did before, you know what I mean?
100%.
Less impulsive, let's put it that way.
I was ready, man. Them times I was ready, and it's like I definitely got what comes with being ready, and like house arrest. I did all that, and it's just like it's not the life, you know. Like some people could do it over and over again. Me, I'm one of those. Like I could learn the first time. The first time wasn't awesome. I don't need to do this over and over again.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So let's go on to something more happy, more elevated, more tropical. Bro.
Right.
There's a video called Slow Wine.
Yes.
Shot that in Trinidad.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you know this, but I have you on Facebook, bro.
Okay.
I got you on Facebook. I remember you posting, I'm looking for a videographer for this video.
Yeah.
I think there was like, I don't know how many people hit you up in the message. I sent you a message.
Right.
I'm in. I never fucking met you.
All right.
Like, reason we have each other on Facebook is like through shows, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you were on a show that I was on and we added each other.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? We never physically met each other and anything like that, but I'm like, whatever, I'll shoot my shot, try to get that video.
Yeah.
Whoever did that video, I didn't see who directed it, but stunning.
He
video, bro.
did his thing.
Slow wine movements are there. Trust me.
Is a guy in Trinidad. Oh man, I forget his name now. But shouts to it. I'll have to pull it up after. But yeah, he's definitely a guy in Trinidad, and he had a whole team. He does a lot of tourist videos for Trinidad itself as well. And my brother plugged that, and like when we got out there, I was like, bet, because like my parents are, my mom lives out there, my dad lives out there, so that was a great situation to go out there and do Slow Wine. Slow Wine till this day. Word to Deontay Wilder, till this day, Slow Wine is the song that everybody rocks with. Like it got remixed by a DJ in Sweden, DJ Wolfblaze, and so he has a dance mix out to it right now. And yeah, Slow Wine is definitely everyone's favorite.
Ronaldo. Ronaldo. See, I was searching through that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I see you search. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to let you find that. Ronaldo, there you go. Big shouts to him because, like, yo, it was a great week. It was a 3-day shoot. We like a lot of random things were happening. We had a whole house we were supposed to do. The house got canceled. We had to Airbnb it was a lot of on the fly stuff, but it still came out very nice. Long Life flew out. It was a magical moment. Like, and it was right before COVID hit. Yeah. Like legit.
Perfect timing, bro.
When I left Trinidad and I got into the airport, they're like, yo, have you been to China? I was like, oh, I'm leaving Trinidad. What are you talking about? They're just like, nah, well, there's this thing happening. I was like, I don't know what you guys talking about. But anyways, like a few days later, the world was shut down.
There's
like,
this thing happening.
It's like, yeah, it was a few days later, like maybe 3 days later, I was like, whoa, the world was done. Like,
I remember hearing it like right around that time when it was first brought up, like there's this thing happening. I'm like, about 2 weeks, we're going to be back to normal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? 2 years later.
Yeah, dead ass. I was like, nah, okay, whatever. Things always like I was really like, whatever, bro. And like, yep. 2 years later, it was this. I was like, okay, that thing was a real thing. But yeah, so shouts to everybody that was a part of that Slow Wine video. That was a real great experience, and that song till this day, like I said, it's my biggest tune. Like, and the remix, the Sweden remix gets like 7,000 streams a month. Type of. Yeah, they love it out there in Sweden.
Yeah, usually Ronaldo did a great job.
Yeah,
I think he did a perfect move by choosing somebody from Trinidad that knows the locations. You know what I mean, bro? He's gonna bring you over here to the cliff, bro.
Bro, the man was bringing me the caves and
like, bro. Let's say you do bring somebody from the city. Not that you're not gonna get great work, but they're not gonna unless they really do their research. They're not gonna know where to go. They don't have the resources. Like, okay, bro, we have to spend so much money to do this. You know what I mean? If
that's it.
Find somebody that's local.
That's it.
Like, bro, the whole thing's.
He knows where to go. He knows the girls. He knows the houses. He knows, you know what I'm saying? And when you go to different places, you want to put money in their city too. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people that,
why not, bro? Like,
that already do their thing. They're going to be like, okay, you're coming from foreign and you're not even going to use any of our peoples. Like, what kind of disrespect thing? So like, nah. I'm going to come here. I'm going to show out and put everybody from there is from Trinidad, from the clothing directors to everybody's from Trinidad, and all the girls were all natural, and it was a super dope vibe. Super dope vibe.
So I'm hearing a lot of pros for this video.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a couple of cons, like, oh, the Airbnb got canceled.
Yeah.
We lost the mansion or whatever.
Yeah.
What other ones? Because there's always hiccups along the way, bro.
Okay, hiccups. There was for sure the location was a hiccup. One of my main outfits had this like plastic like sign that said like legendary something like, and it was like, yeah, it was kind of plastic on the sleeve. Someone was ironing it, melted the whole thing. So they had to go find me a new shirt, resew the shirt I had. So that was something. But other than that, honestly, it was pretty flawless. Like we just, every day was just blessed. Like the beach was nice, like everything. Other than that, those were the two biggest hiccups. And then we're just rocking.
Smooth sailing, bro.
Super smooth sailing. I got kind of super lit the first day. Could have relaxed on the drinking a bit, but other than that, yeah, we were good. We were good to go. Nothing out of the norm of music videos, you know.
Well, it's good that you got to. I don't know if you're from Trinidad or.
Well, I'm from here, but my parents are from there, so it was good. I haven't seen my pops in a long time.
See Trini, bro, you got to go back, see.
That's it.
See things, experience it right before the lockdown. Because after that, we had like whoever like traveled a week or 2 weeks before lockdown. Luckiest motherfuckers.
Straight.
Because everybody else, like, let's say I 6 months before that, I had went on a vacation.
Okay, yeah.
I was booked for that week, bro. I was going to Peru for 6 weeks.
Burning.
And then everything gets canceled. And I'm like, I lost money on certain things because you couldn't get a refund.
Of course. Did you go? Did you end up going though? Still now? No. Still? Jeez. Damn. Yeah, you need to go Peru. Yeah. I haven't been, obviously, but not obvious, but that'll be a dope spot to go to though.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
So we're working on In My Feels just came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it has that Afrobeat influence
R&B,
on it. You know what I mean? R&B, got the Afrobeat.
Mm-hmm.
What's next that you want to accomplish, bro? You want to stick in the R&B field? Go back to a little bit of that, dropping some bars?
I'm gonna be honestly dabbling in both fields. I got a couple new singles lined up to go for 2023. They're honestly in both fields. I'm just letting everybody know I'm out here and I could do anything I feel like doing right now. So it's like I'm tapping into a lot more music. I want to experience different things and experiment a lot more. So it's just like I like music, period. So I see myself doing a little more singing. Definitely jumping back into the bars because I'm not gonna disrespect my core fan base, and they know me for doing a certain thing. And like the more I learn about hip hop and the more I learn about just business in itself, you gotta respect your brand, you know. And if I built a fan base on bars, so I'm always gonna provide them that. But I'll always be experimenting and trying new things too, because this is like I'm at that point in my life where it's like I like to try things and I'm not gonna not try it. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna
get out of your comfort zone.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me in here. Because like I said at the beginning, I'm an introvert in the first place. Like I've always been a quiet person. So just doing music alone has always been like a nervous, like getting on stage. My heart's already falling out of my chest. But I like to conquer those type of things. You know, you get scared of something, try it, get good at it, conquer it. And like, so the singing vibe I'm on, I'm gonna keep running with it for a little while and just keep developing and working on it, because I sing the hooks and then I just rap the verses. So it's me featuring me, you know. But it's I'm just gonna keep experimenting and trying new sounds and just keep pushing the envelope.
Let's say you drop a track, like put out the track on World Star, whatever. Go to sleep. You wake up the next morning and this shit pops, bro. Millions and millions of views. You're getting hit up in the DMs, bro. There's like hundreds of messages.
Yeah.
And that week you get signed. You're like, yo, dude, we're throwing you 20 mil.
Right now.
How does life change for M City right there? What are we doing first, bro?
Oh shit. That's a good question. Me, honestly, my goal has always been the city though. Like, so once I get the bag that I need, I'm coming back and I'm building infrastructures in the city.
I hear that a lot from a lot of people that like make it. Do they really come back and do it? I don't know.
But like me, it's like, because it's like also like, especially doing the school tour and things like that, students, well, they're grown now, a lot of people hit me up till this day, and it's just like everybody needs a platform. There's certain structures that the city's missing, and I find it's missing because the city doesn't want them to exist. You know what I'm saying? So if you had enough money, then you can really just you could trample over what the city's setting up for you and just do it yourself. Cause like there's no real, like you were saying before, like before you could even perform if you're a hip hop artist, there's no venues, you know, there's no, like the promoters, they can't see the value in a lot of artists right now because the bag's not coming back as fast as so all those things to me are issues that certain monies could solve if you have a plan and you know how to set it up correctly. So that's what I would be really focused on, getting our city the proper light it deserves, because the city's filled with super talented acts, like we're next level, but we don't have the infrastructure yet. So I would really invest in the infrastructure and have a good ass time too. Obviously, I'll be putting out some dope solo projects, but yeah, I'll be working on new artists, new acts, and just keeping the Montreal vibe alive.
I think the fact that us older people, you know, like in our day,
yep,
we had older influences and stuff like that, but they never ever reached a point, like a pinnacle in their career that they can actually give back. You know what I mean? So like if you never made it, how can you give back to somebody else?
Exactly.
And I feel the fact that since we've already experienced that on with our elders, you know what I mean? Our elders.
Yeah.
We got to experience it. Now we know what we're trying to help with the younger generation.
Yeah.
And the way that you said, building some infrastructure, like try to get a platform, like shout out to Feezy.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
If we have more Feezys and stuff like that.
I told him that the other day. It's like we need more Feezys, you know what I'm saying? But exactly that is, this is like, it's right now, it's like they need to see the value, and I understand it too, because people got bills to pay. So it's like, it's hard, you know? So that's why I know if someone was willing to infuse the right capital into what we're doing, then we're good to go.
And I feel also like the fact that, like I mentioned, our age and stuff like that, we're at the point, we're 35, 40 years old now, bro.
Yeah.
So we're the gatekeepers.
Exactly.
So, like,
yeah.
we can make shit happen.
Exactly.
You know, the kids are looking up to us, like, help us out a bit.
Exactly.
And if people like really want to buckle down and try to make a change, like, that's why this podcast is here, bro.
Exactly.
I woke up one morning, I thought about it for a while, but I'm like, bro, we need something for the English artists. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of French podcasts.
Exactly.
I think it was 4 of them that I saw. Shout out to all of them. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
100%. But we're out here.
Guys,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's talk to you guys and stuff like that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and 1,000,000%. And that's why we started the school tour as well, because it was like we couldn't get on shows. We're trying to perform everywhere and we can't do shows. So it's like, let's create our whole own tour and do our own thing, because it's like there's just no structures for it. So like, shouts to everybody in our generation right now that's trying to create something that these youths can use, because I'm just exactly what you just said. Like, I'm trying to be the guy that I needed.
Definitely. That's I'm trying to help out as many people as I can right now, bro. If I can put you in a position to win, if I can put you on a collab, or I can like
exactly
link you and you together, bro. Like,
you know, once you put your ego aside and you realize that like helping someone doesn't slow you down, because that's where a lot of people have that mistake where it's like, I ain't gonna give you no plugs or nothing because I'm using the plugs. But it's like, nah, bro, your talent does not shade my talent. So like, here's what I'm doing. If you want to do it too, bro. Like, I'm not here to slow nobody down. Like, I find it's like, if we're all at the peak, then we're going to really be able to compete, you know? But right now we're all trying to figure it out. So there's no point in trying to compete with anyone. Let's just all get to a stage first.
It's the fact that nobody like really popped off yet. It's that crab in a bucket mentality that I got to be first.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're almost there. No,
it's not today.
So that's what it is. But that was more like what it was before. Like, I feel now it's like people are, you see the producers, bro. We're working with other producers. Craven, Shabo.
That's dope. Yeah.
Price, bro. These guys are like fucking collaborating. You know, you didn't really see that before
at all.
Everybody was like keeping to themselves. My beat, I mean, my snares.
It's
now, bro,
legit.
Beat, got like 10 producers on it.
It's legit.
No, this guy
I like that though. Yeah,
did that, bro.
This guy was in there. It's like, I did that, bro.
Exactly.
Like, put me in the credits. Like 100%, and I appreciate that too, because like, there was a time where I remember pushing music and someone literally told me like, I can't rock with that because I listen to Max. And I was like, but like, you can listen to both of us, you know, like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not an issue. You could actually, like, I'm really cool. One of my first studio sessions ever was with Max. Like, my first recording session was with Huaynak. Like, I've been around the city, and like, so like, I'm very cool with everybody. And so, but I remember getting that message where someone would like told me like, I would like to rock, but I can't because like I listen to Mags. And like, you know, I'm just gonna stick downtown, or I'm just like, bruh, like, damn. But now these fans, if your music's good, they're rocking. They don't care where you're from, uptown, downtown, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa. Like it's now I find it's really open where the fans, if they like your shit, they like your shit. Like, period. There's less politics in terms of the fans. There's still politics in terms of the structure, but in terms of like the consumer, they're just more open to just taking all types of music now.
I agree. I remember I've been in a few situations like that. I did a track with so and so, but so this guy is not cool with his homie. So like all this politics and like, dude, what?
It's like,
why are you not cool with this guy? Oh, because he did something to so and so. So he never even did anything to you, bro. Oh, that's how I roll. You know what I mean? I'm like, are you serious, bro? So he's like, I think it was about doing a collab or doing a show, and my response to him was like, so let me get this straight, because somebody has a beef with him, you can't fuck with him. Let's say Tupac came right now, bro, and he's like, let me collaborate with me or come on my show. What are you gonna be like? No, sorry, Pac. My boy Jimmy from LaSalle has a beef with you, and I can't fuck with you.
Yeah,
you know, like
pick your battles, exactly, man. But like this day and age, it's definitely a dope thing to see all the producers collaborating together. Artists more and more, like, it's just really dope to see. Like Montreal is on a good path. Like Nate Husser, he's my top artist right now in the city too. Like I like to definitely see these guys coming up, and it's just like I just like to hold it down for the vets, let them know that we still out here. But I definitely like where the new energy of the city is going. Like Nate, he's dope. Naya's dope. A lot of new artists are coming out, and they're coming with it. But unfortunately, everybody feels like they have to leave to do it, you know. But until we can build something else, they have to, you know.
That's that's that conversation we just had. That are they gonna come back? About once you get to LA, and
exactly,
you got that mansion in the hills, you know what I mean?
Warm weather, you ain't.
Let me go back to fucking 40 degree, minus 40, 30 inches of snow. Definitely, I'm itching for that.
Yeah. The comeback, yeah, you're right. Like it's definitely, you might not come back physically, but at least you're gonna try to infuse and set something up for your city. But yeah, if you in LA and it starts popping, you're like, I don't know if Montreal. You come back in the summer though. Montreal in the summer, there's no one talking to us in the summer. I don't care. Yeah. Montreal in the summer, festivals, the girls, everybody's like, I'm saying, like it's a dope city. So like Montreal in the summer, no one's talking to us. But yeah, in the winter, hey, I would be gone too still.
So hypothetically, you got that 20 million bag. You know? You're popping. You're all over the scene right now.
Yep.
Which artists are you working with if you had the opportunity to work with them?
Like just working with them,
and not just because they're hot at the moment, like people that you want to work with, you know what I mean?
Okay. Like that I'm putting on, or just collabing with?
More collabing.
Okay.
Putting on, like at this point, you just got put on.
Yeah.
And you want to, like, bro, this guy, I've been listening to him for 30 years. He's one of my top fives.
Okay.
I'd be blessed to get him on a track.
Well, the thing with me is I already, like, enough of the artists I wanted to work with, I worked with, but I would double back. So it'd be Magnum, Nate Husser. Nate Husser right now would be top. Magnum, because like we had a record that we never put out, so we have to redo one and just come bar for bar for bar. Trey Lamont's doing his thing. I have a record with Billow that we still gotta pull out. Who else? Naya. I see Batty, the girl. She's an upcoming girl.
Batty G, I think.
I think that's her. That's her name.
She performed at DMS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see what she's working with. She got bars, and Chung Lee's nice, and so I think right off the top of my head, that's who I'll double back for. And then always my boy Mako C. He's like not in the scene, but he's one of my top rappers. Like if you actually check my mixtapes, he's on all my mixtapes, but he doesn't really put out stuff like that. But he always gives me a proper 16. So yeah, that's who. Give me my 20 bag. I'll come back and I'll still be rocking with the same people I rocked with before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
putting on for the city, putting people in a position to get that bag too. That's great. Let's say Stephen Marley called you up. Like, yo, Solo, you popping right now?
Yes.
I got this open track with I got a verse that's open. Bless it.
For sure.
Obviously, you're gonna do it
100%.
But what other musicians like that besides here local, bro, like worldwide? some people that you've been listening to all your life. If there's that dream collab you could do.
Man.
Dead or alive, I don't care. Bro.
Nas, for sure. Off the top, I'm like Nas, off the rip, on a Hit Boy beat. Man, Dead or Alive. Andre 3-pack, for sure. That's top. If I could get an Andre 3-pack verse, my goodness. Dead, Biggie or Pac, Biggie and Pac. Man, what am I saying? Jay-Z's my blueprint. So like Jay-Z he gets the number one spot. Wayne, Drake, M, Jeezy. That about it right now. If at the top of my head, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Vince Staples too. He's mad nice. Yeah.
You sort of look like Vince a bit. Right? So you got that list, bro. You got that list. Definitely a great list. Yeah. I also like the fact that you didn't put Eminem at the beginning. Nah. Everybody, Eminem, the GOAT.
Em's my guy. Like there was a time like my boys used to be like, bro, really? But like Em's my guy. But especially lately, what I find he kind of slipped off with is that he started caring. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I find like before when he really did not care about anyone's opinion, he was raw. But like the more he starts to try to cater and like care about like how people perceive him, he starts doubting himself, I find. And like he tries harder than he needed to, like recently, or he's just like overly adding these syllables and like it's just like you can't flow with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's been a while since I really liked Eminem's music.
You can't flow with it. It's just like you have to be in a battle mind state to like really like, oh shit, okay.
It's a little too I'm not gonna say nerdy,
yeah,
but a bit nerdy, but also like I hate the voices, childish voices. Like it reminds me of what's that song you had with Akon.
Oh yeah.
When the Muppets start
yeah.
Bro, stop doing the Muppet raps. Like I don't know why he does that, bro. I don't know who's like sitting in the back of the studio. Like, dude, you gotta do that voice again.
Yo, do the voice again. Like, I don't know. I don't know who that is, but that needs to go for real. But yeah, he's on my list, but he's definitely like right now. If I had to get drops, like I just got my 20 and I need to really drop some bangers, those the people I said first would be who I'm tapping into.
I was still respect for M, you know what I mean?
100%.
You paved the way, but
1,000,000%.
Bro, get back to the roots.
Exactly.
Get back to the roots. Stop that, what's it called? That funny rap.
Yeah, that funny business.
Yeah.
He still got it though. I'm still the guy that's still outselling everybody. But yeah, for sure. Those guys I mentioned, yeah, Andre 3000 though, that's my guy though. So if I could, that would be amazing. Because Andre 3000 is the reason why I feel comfortable doing anything I feel like doing. Like when I listen to Hey Ya, I listened to that before I started really tapping into my In My Feels album, and I was like, yo, what made you do this? Like, song is so random. Like it's so like everything he does is, but you cannot deny it. If it's good, it's good. And Andre 3-pack, he makes great music. Like his verses, he had the best verse on Donda, that whole Kanye album. He had that verse he did was the verse that, like, actually I think it won like the verse of the year or some shit like that. But like, yeah, Andre 3-pack, Jay-Z, yeah, all the guys I mentioned. That's what I'm reaching for. When I get my 20. No, not if. When.
Could be more than 20, bro.
For sure.
More than 20. We don't know. I'm just like ballparking it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
There you go. But that's a good number though.
So, dude, we're getting to that time of the show that I gotta give you this gem.
Okay.
You hold this. Look at the camera over there, and drop some knowledge to the people, bro. Drop some up and coming artists that's trying to get their shine. What can they do to pop off on the scene, bro?
Up and coming artists is just knowledge of what you're doing. You're in the game, you're in the music industry, you're in the music business. How many books of the music business have you taken in? How many courses, how many lessons? Learn the business, because it's like putting out art is dope, but you want to feed your family and you want to make sure you can do this long term. Learn the business. Right now, just this year alone, I took in like 4 books about the music industry because it's constantly changing. So learn it. Learn the business. Learn yourself. Know your brand and take yourself serious. Don't let nobody sway you left or right. Know where you set your goals and get your goals. Focus and get it. Focus is follow one course until success. That's focus. So focus, get to what you need to go, and then move on to the next phase. But focus on the business, learn the business, the ins and outs, and then put out the music. And you don't have to do it all yourself. Once you learn the business, then you find team players to actually help you with the business. But know your business, know what you're doing, because we're not in a joke thing. It's called the music business, not the music game, not the music fun, not the music friends. It's the music business, so learn the business.
Bars. Like that right there. That's a fucking rant.
Yes, it.
Awesome. Thank you for bestowing that knowledge to the people. Now, where can they find M City Solo?
M City Solo. You can find me on my website, mcitysolo.com. So I push everywhere. I let everybody know, like, and that too. It's my store. You could buy all the merch and my Fields merch on mcitysolo.com. You'll find all my other streaming platforms. You'll find all my social medias all on mcitysolo.com. But yeah, if you have to go on Twitter, Facebook, it's all mcitysolo.com, period. And yeah, man, mcitysolo.
Perfect.
Find me everywhere.
Thank you, everybody, for watching another episode of the Hustle Podcast.
Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate you. Hustle.
Right there. You see that?
Jeez.
Okay, we cut.
The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts. I'm Talia. And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio. You may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Get well introduced.